Today could be the day I decide to get a tractor. I'm gonna go check on the chickens in the greenhouse while I'll tell you what I'm talking about. I've wanted a tractor for quite some time, in fact, probably since the day I started homesteading. The reason I don't have one though is the cost. Tractors are about the same, or in some cases more expensive than buying a car. I'm not keen on debt. The only debt I have is the mortgage on my place. I don't have any other payments. And I'd really like to keep it that way, so financing a tractor wasn't really an option for me, especially because I don't have a farm business. I'm not making a full-time living off of the homestead, so it didn't seem like a really good investment. It seemed more like a liability to have that monthly tractor payment. So over the years, I've often scoured Craigslist looking for used tractors, but I've found that they are often almost expensive as the new ones. You're kind of taking a risk though getting the used tractors because one, there's no warranty, and two, you don't really know what you're getting. You don't know if you're inheriting someone else's problem. None of them were cheap enough to where I could pay it cash. They were all really expensive still, without the option of finance because you're just buying from a person. I decided just to make do with what I have here, make the best of it. Yeah, there's some major limitations, but it is what it is. But things might be changing now. Bet you girls are happy to be in the greenhouse today. It is a blustery, snow, sleety kind of day. Someone asked if the greenhouse stays warm enough to keep the water from freezing. During the day when the sun's out, it's generally about 5 to 10 degrees warmer in here than it is outside, and no wind chill, of course. At nighttime, it gets about as cold in here as it is out there, and again, of course, no wind chill. So that water does freeze. I needed a new water warmer thing this year, but Premier One's sold out right now. I am on my way over to see Tess, everyone's favorite shepherdess, because Tess has an old tractor that she's looking to sell. If you saw episode 2 of my documentary series Discovering Home, which is on Abundance Plus, then you've seen Tess drive this beautiful fancy Mahindra tractor. Because she has that tractor, she doesn't need her old one anymore that she's had since the 90s. So she called me recently and gave me a really good offer to buy her tractor. This is not a new tractor. This is a 1986 John Deere 750 tractor. So I'm coming down here to test drive it today, see what I think about it, and decide, is this the tractor for me? Good morning, Tess. How are you?
Good.
Are you want to ride up there? Or?
Sure.
All right.
Such an outpouring of comments and from contacts and stuff like that, you know. I mean, I didn't even anticipate that in the least. I mean, I had no idea that I'd meet so many people. But one of the other things that is kind of interesting to me is so many people have said, "Oh, I want to come and stay with you and learn everything you know," and so forth. So there's such a big demand.
Tess is talking about, since we released episode 2 of Discovering Home on Abundance Plus, and then also Justin put it on YouTube for everyone to see, and that outpouring is
there's so many people want to learn. So I'm sort of thinking about, well, how can I do that? Because one-on-one, I mean, there aren't even enough days in the calendar, you know.
Right.
And how to organize that all. And I thought, well, if I organize that into maybe 6 or 8 workshops, I don't have accommodations, but I could do like 1-day workshop, maybe start at 10, end at 2 or 3, so that people could have a chance to get the seasonal hands-on activity, and it would be like a workshop about that topic.
All right, so there you have it. Tess is thinking about hosting quarterly or
I know, like maybe 5 or 6 times a year. I don't know. You know,
workshop. So if you're interested, leave a comment down below and let us know if you'd be interested in coming out to North Idaho to get some hands-on experience in one of the sheep workshops with Tess. Leave a comment below.
So this is the tractor. All right. And this has been our good little tractor for all of our years here. And now we went to the big guy here. And so Rolf was going to we either keep it or sell it off really well, because these sizes are in demand, because they're good enough to do everything you need to do, but they're not so big that you can't do them on a small place.
Right.
And more people are interested in small place tractors and stuff. So I said, well, wait, before you do that, I have a better idea. I think I know who needs to have this tractor.
Yes.
And so I've been to your place, and I realized that you really could use a tractor for all kinds of things, whether it's lifting up pigs to slaughter or brush hogging or whatever.
Yeah.
The front end loader is going to be so helpful for you. You won't even imagine all the things you can do with this. And it has the PTO in the back. You can use all kinds of different attachments. You just have to make sure the attachment is appropriately sized for it. So you say, don't a 9,000 whatever versus a 750. You have to make sure about that.
I did talk to Rolf on the phone. That's Tess' husband. So I do know a little bit about the tractor. It's a 1986 manual transmission, diesel, 20 horsepower, 4-wheel drive. Like Tess said, the big things I would love to have a tractor for is, one, harvest time, so I could move a 350-pound hog much more easily than I did this year. 2, the brush hog, getting a brush hog and mowing down the epic proportions of tansy and bracken fern I have on my property. And of course the bucket loader. I have wood chips that I could easily move with this. And of course this is what I would use to move the hog as well. And if I got forks for it, I could take a pallet of, say, chicken feed or hog feed out of the back of my truck or off of a truck if it's being delivered. This loader is rated, I think, for about 750 pounds, so I would only be able to do like a quarter ton at a time instead of a half ton or a full ton, but that's still way better in regards to getting bulk feed than I'm situated for now.
Diesels are great for equipment, but they don't like starting in the cold, because it doesn't have a spark. It just ignites by compression and heat. So once we have temperatures like this, I just plug it in, and basically this is just an immersion heater in the water jacket somewhere. I think it's over. Yeah, it's over on that side. Basically, it just heats up the water jacket, so that when you come to start it, even on the coldest day, it jumps right up. So I'm a great believer of plugging diesels in once it gets cold, and it's got 3,500 hours on it, which is nothing, absolutely nothing.
For
That engine
1986.
This engine just reaching its prime. So you got 8 speeds forwards, everything from granny creeping to going down the road. This controls the bucket at the front.
Tess didn't want to get into the specifics of the asking price on the video, but I'll just say this. Doing some research online, looking to see what these tractors go for, I've seen several John Deere 750s with the front bucket and 4-wheel drive for anywhere between $10,000 to $14,000. And on the low end, I've seen it without the front end loader and no 4-wheel drive, so just 2-wheel drive, for around $5,000. Tess's asking price is on the low end of that scale, so it's a really good deal as far as what other people are selling them for. And this includes tire chains, and the chains alone are worth about $800. So what do you guys think? Is this a good deal? Should I get the tractor? Leave a comment down below. I'd love to get your opinion on it. I really enjoyed driving it, getting to use it a little bit. It's not fancy, no automatic transmission, hydrostatic, nothing like that, no power steering, none of the fancy modern features, but it'll get the job done. So yay or nay, let me know in the comments.